Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a level 20 Spellsword Elementalist build guide in Baldur's Gate 3. This is a modded class that was made by Gawesome here, and what's cool about it is it comes with 3 different subclasses, and there's a few other mods like the ability to add Mistress Spells compatibility to the mod or use Charisma for its spellcasting modifier. But I'll be covering the base game version with no extra add-ons just to make this as pure as possible. Now this is an intelligence-based melee spellcaster hybrid, but it's different than a lot of them. Most of these spellcaster melee hybrids I find are actually quite different in how they play out, and this one is no exception to that. So with this, you get the Spellforged Armor, which adds your spellcasting modifier in place of dexterity when adding calculating your armor class, and on light armor it also rounds down half your spellcasting modifier in addition to your armor class. So you also get the Weapon Bond, which gives you enhanced accuracy, cannot be disarmed, and it'll return when thrown. And if it's a light weapon, it'll apply the thrown property to that weapon, which is actually very strong. And we also get the Throw Bonded Weapon. So it has the Arcane Armory, which covers these two abilities here. Calculated Coercion here, which allows you to use your Intelligence modifier instead of Charisma when rolling Intimidation checks. We also get the Eldritch Inspiration, which gives us additional inspiration points. And then we also got the Close Cantrips, allowing you to cast cantrips within 5 meters without disadvantage. And you leave behind a volatile sigil when hit, significantly increasing spells damage potential. For the cantrips, I think that these are good choices. At level 2, we get the ability to fuse our cantrips into our weapon attacks. We got Shocking Grasp, Ray of Frost, and Bone Chill, so stop the target from receiving healing. This one will reduce the target's movement speed, and this one will give advantage on creatures with metal armor. So, very fun. We also got Dexterity set to 16, 14 Constitution, 16 Intelligence, 10 Wisdom, 10 Charisma there. I think that just works best for the ability scores that we're going to roll with, and I'll be taking you through the full build guide here to give you an idea of what to go with at for gear as well as combat. Now level 2, we get the Arcane Strike here, which allows us to channel our cantrips into our weapon attacks, so this becomes very strong. We also get to choose 2 spells with some of the different smites here, although they do require your bonus action as well. So I think that Shield and Thunderwave are our best choices. Reason I went with Thunderwave is because we can actually use this to push back people and knock them off of ledges, so it gives us another option when sometimes just normal spells won't do it for us. And then we also get Shield, which gives us greatly increased survivability. We also get to choose a fighting style, and there's a +1 bonus to armor class from defense, but the Arcane Warrior is actually really good. So after attacking an enemy with a light one-handed weapon, you may cast a bonus action Swift Cantrip with your empty offhand. So this gives you the choose first cantrip, choose second cantrip. So whenever you're using a sword here, you can also, like the Duelist Prerogative, free and open hand, you can do a free cantrip attack. At level 3, we get to choose our subclass. We also get the class feature Blink Tactics, so you're able to harness energy from spellcasting to fuel your teleportation. Anytime you cast a spell or consume a spell slot, you gain Ethereal Pirouette, a teleportation ability that has a chance to make enemies flat-footed. In addition, any spells or abilities that involve teleportation have the same chance to affect it on enemies. We also get to choose another spell here, so Longstrider is probably the best choice, but you can also go with like Dissonant Whispers. Grease can be pretty good too, or any of the smites here, but again, they use your bonus action, so I think Longstrider is the best choice. And we're going to go with the Elementalist. Blink Bonded and Shadow Adept are 2 other subclasses, but with this one, it gives us Elemental Smites. So deal an additional lightning damage on targets, and it can make them stunned. With the lightning one, this one will make targets blinded with the Fiery Smite. This one pushes them back 10 feet and knock prone. The Acid one will make them feeble and nauseated and give them -2 armor class. And then this one can paralyze and chill them, making them vulnerable to future damage. So you can see 2d6, 3d6, 4d6, 5d6, and 6d6. So they scale upwards as we level up, making it actually very strong. At level 4, we get to choose another cantrip here, and we're going to go with Minor Illusion can be really effective too, but we're going to go with the Poison Spray there. And then for our next leveled spell, I guess the Thunder Smite or Searing Smite can be pretty nice. And then we'll go with our feat for an ability score improvement to increase our total intelligence here. So that's pretty strong. At level 5, we get the class feature Sigil Stalker. You learn the Eldritch Mark spell and have it prepared. Free cast 3 times per day, and this benefits increases as you increase in level. We also get these Bound Weapon enhancements. So magically enhance a bonded weapon with the light, finesse, or thrown properties. Only 1 property can be applied at a time. And we also get the spells here for the Eldritch Mark free cast, which lasts for 4 turns there. And now we finally get ourselves level 2 spells, with Hold Person being the top priority, because this will allow us to get critical hits off, which is really nice. At level 6, we get ourselves the Martial Magic, so you can make a standard attack and cast a cantrip when taking your action. This does not stack with any sources of extra attack, making us a lot stronger in combat. At level 7, we get the Blade Dash. Throw your bonded weapon and teleport to it immediately. After confirmation of a hit, you gain the effects of Blur spell for 2 turns. So nice movement as well as damage. We'll also get the Acid Splash. Being able to teleport after that is actually really fun. So it just further enhances your strength. Misty Step's nice, but we can just throw our weapon to make our way there. But Misty Step can also be a consideration just to be able to get away. I went with the Scorching Ray there for nice fire damage. And then at level 8, we get to choose another spell here with things like Cloud of Daggers being actually not bad. Darkness too, if you got the ability to hide out in it. And Mirror Image, which will increase our armor class by 3, is another good choice. We're going to go with Darkness because this can actually be very effective for survivability. And with our feet, we're going to take our intelligence up to 20. And then once we make it to level 9 here, we get to ourselves level 3 spells now, and we get some cool ones like Lightning Bolt, which is actually really strong, and Counterspell. Glyph of Warding is another good choice, and Haste, but if you have a Sorcerer, you can use your Sorcerer to apply Haste to you. Blinding Smite is also a good choice, but we're going to go with Lightning Bolt there just for spell casting. Then we get the Elemental Blade here, imbue your bonded weapon with additional elemental power. Choose an additional 1d8 of weapon damage. This increases with our levels, and we must be holding a bonded weapon, and it uses 3 Eldritch points. We also get to choose a cantrip here, and we're going to go with the Firebolt. I do think that one of the mods that I just upgraded did break my cantrips again, so I'm not sure how to fix that. I was trying to fix it before the video, but this will be stronger when you play it. At level 11, we get the Arcane Floor. Choosing a weapon action. Infuse your bonded weapon with a fiery blue font of magic, giving you the channeled throw. This lasts a number of turns equal to 1 plus your character proficiency bonus. At this level, it would be 4. And then we get to choose another spell, with Counterspell being one of the best for just survivability's sake, so we'll go with that. At level 12, we get to choose another feat here, and I think this point, Glyph of Warding is a good choice, but you can go with any of the previous ones that you wanted. Even Mirror Image can be effective. And for our feat, we could go with an ability score improvement, but even adding in the alert feat for the +5 to initiative can work very well. There's a few different options that we got as well. At level 13, we get to go with level 4 spells, and then we instantly get some very powerful ones like the Ice Storm spell, which can just completely shut down people by creating icy surfaces, which they'll slip and slide on. At level 14, we get the Spellsword Adept. You have advantage on attacks against targets marked by Eldritch Mark. Arcane Strike attacks now apply the Volatile Sigil when Close Cantrips is active. And Ethereal Pirouette's teleport range increases to 20 feet. So, a lot of buffs here overall. Really strong. At level 15, we get the Elemental Aura. Surround yourself with an Elemental Aura that damages enemies each turn. Creatures that fail their saving throw are affected with an Elemental status condition. And we get to take another spell here. You do get Staggering Smite, which can be pretty effective. The extra psychic damage is nice. We also get the Phantasmal Killer and Wall of Fire spells, which I know a lot of people want or like. And Mirror Image is also really good, so we're going to go back and actually take that just for the increased 9 to our armor class. At level 16, we can replace a spell, and we get to choose another feat. You can go with the Tough feat for the +2 health. This will give us a total of +40 health, so that's actually really nice. At level 17, we get to choose another spell with things like Cone of Cold and Banishing Smite opening up. This one's really strong, but Cone of Cold is just a little bit stronger. If you're using Mistress spells, get Tidal Wave. Tidal Wave will create water, and then you can hit it with Cone of Cold for maximum damage. Level 18, we get the Overwhelming Arcane Strike. When active, this enhances your Arcane Strike when you imbue a weapon with a cantrip. After striking your opponent, your enhanced weapon will now deliver the cantrip effects until the end of the next turn. So yeah, that can further enhance your abilities much greater. At level 19, we get another feat here, and we could go with an ability score, take up our dexterity for better armor class, or you can go with like dual wielder feat, or really any other feat that you want. Now, our level 20 Capstone, you master Spell Swords, Blend and Martial, and Spellcasting, you gain 5 Eldritch Points after a short rest. When Arcane Fervor is at max stacks, after applying its Eldritch Point discount to an inspiration, you may continue to take advantage of that discount till the end of your next turn. Pretty nice little capstone there. And I'm going to show this off in real combat here so you can get an idea what this looks like. Now for items that we got, the Mask of Soul Perception here gives a +2 bonus to attack rolls, which is nice on this. I also went with the Cloak Protection, the Boots Protection, and the Ring Protection because we do not have the greatest armor class. With Spellforged Armor, we'll add a +2. It does add only a +1 with a medium armor with the Armor of Agility, so this would put our armor class up to 24. There's not very high armor class, but I mean, it's enough. It'll get the job done. With the Helldust Gloves, this will further increase our spell save DC and spell attack rolls and give us additional fire damage on our attacks. Then we also have the Evasive Shoes there, and I went with the Hellrider Longbow. And for our weapon, I like the Duelist Prerogative here. This does piercing damage, which will stack off of the Ballist Armor, so it'll give us really good damage. And when our offhand is empty, we get higher critical hit chance and additional reactions. And on hit with a melee weapon, you can use reaction to deal additional necrotic damage equal to your bonus action. So this actually makes it pretty strong. And You can also go with really any other weapon. This is a late game weapon, so early game Valor Lou is pretty good, or any type of dagger, because you can throw daggers around. Even Shar Spear of the Evening is a pretty good weapon because this will actually return to our hand. If you wanted to go more of a like so with this build we're focused on just doing melee attacks, I would recommend that weapon. But even if you went with an evil playthrough, Shar Spear of the Evening actually makes this a lot better. And then we can add a shield as well, so we get all the benefits of it, and we can hide out in darkness. So this would be probably the most ideal way to play this. I am just going to use the Duelist Prerogative, just because it's going to be a weapon that most people will get over having to play for an evil playthrough. So we're going to roll with this here, and I'll show off what this looks like in combat. Also, adding in the Snowburst ring here can actually be very beneficial, because we can apply the Elemental Blade Cold, which will permanently add cold damage to our attacks. And then when that's active, anytime we attack, we're just going to stack up cold surfaces. So if we're going this route, we can also add in the Disintegrating Nightwalkers, which will prevent us from slipping on the ice, which is not ideal to have happen. So this can be another really effective way to go about playing this. So make sure that you have your enhanced weapon damage set up, but also the bound weapon enhancement, because then we can apply the thrown ability to our weapons, which does increase the amount of damage that we're going to do. So I guess to start things off, I'll just go with a crowd control. We'll drop a spell down here, because I think that that's probably the most effective way to get things started. Just by setting up difficult terrain, that's typically a smart move to go with. And then we can also apply the elemental aura here, which will give us additional cold damage whenever damages each target, and it'll apply a chill to the target there. So you can see they took cold damage, and whenever they take that cold damage, they also are going to end up creating an ice surface around them, so that makes it even better. Now, what we also can go with, I should have set up the mirror image, because that would put our armor class up to 36 or 33 armor class, but we can also go with our throw bonded weapon. So we can go with the weapon here that's bound, throw it at a target, 95% hit chance, critical block, of course it was, but then we can also follow up with a cantrip as a bonus action, which is really nice. Unfortunately, my cantrips are a bit bugged right now, so we can't actually do that. But using the Duelist Prerogative, you do get a free attack here, so you can go ahead there and take the target out. Now we can go ahead with casting something like the Ray of Frost here, which unfortunately is not going to damage right now because it is bugged, but it created a nice surface again, so we don't have to worry. So yeah, what you can also do is you can move around to apply your aura to multiple targets and then create ice surfaces below them, which is pretty funny. So yeah, moving around can actually be pretty effective here. So we'll just end our turn off there and let them come at us. We keep having people fall prone, which is awesome. Even if we do get critically hit quite a bit, the ice surfaces are super effective because people will slip and fall very often, which will keep us alive longer. And the nice thing about our ice aura is we'll also apply Call the Weak, so we can take people out pretty quickly with that as well. But with spell casting, we have a lot of enemies grouped up over here, but we can also go ahead with our attacks on the targets that are closest to us. So you can see it actually hits really hard with those cold smites. So we can use those to be able to blitz people down as well. But in addition, we also can just go with some more spell casting. Whenever you see enemies grouped up like this, Ice Storm is actually one of the best crowd control ones we got. We're actually able to take out quite a number of them there, but also further enhance our ice surfaces that we got going on. And then we can always just follow up and hit an attack off and apply an ice surface there. So now they have to slip through ice to come to us, so we can just move our way over here. And we do got a, I guess we can just throw another cantrip off here. It's not going to do any damage, but it'll create another ice surface there, even better, because then it makes it harder for the enemies to come after us. But we also got the ability to imbue our weapon with a cantrip, so typically this would add the damage from it, but unfortunately we can't actually do that. For some reason, I don't know if it's this mod, I updated a couple mods and it broke all my cantrips, so I don't know what's going on there, but as many ice surfaces we can possibly set up is ideal, because it's just going to take turns away from people as it's difficult terrain, but they also have to slip and slide around to be able to make their way to us, so it can just keep us alive even longer this way. So we also got shield, which will just make us pretty survivable. But you're going to see here, they're going to run, and a lot of the times they don't even bother continuing to go too far, or they'll go prone, which is ideal. That's what we want to have happen most times. But then it's back to us, and our ice aura struck again, creating that the Call the Weak apply. And then we can just go with a lightning bolt here, which will just give us a nice bit of damage. Yeah, takes both of them out. And we'll finish off. I guess we could drop down and ice surfaces are ideal. I can't get too close because the gate will cause issues for my character, but normally I just run up and smite them, or usually hold person and attack as well. It's another really good choice, but in this instance we can just go with a lightning bolt here, which may add another, I guess there's this target here that we can go against. But we can also go with the duelist enthusiasm here, which will, unfortunately, we don't get enough movement speed because there's difficult terrain here. Yeah, normally we'd also drop that down. But what's nice is they're going to come towards us, and then it's going to create an ice surface again. So you can just continually create these ice surfaces, which will continually knock them prone, allowing us to just get our spells off in peace. So there it is, the spell sword. Very strong. I'll be doing further builds on this, covering the other subclasses as well, so that you guys can get an idea of what to do, and hopefully I'll be able to fix the cantrips there to show off the full potential of this build. But you get the idea. You can apply them to our weapon. We can also do the blade dash. You can throw your weapon. You got many options here, and it's a blast to play. So check out this mod made by Gawesome. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.